Alrighty, I'm going to work out questions 19 and 20 from your Chapter 9 practice test on big ideas. Question 19 asks you to find the percent of the cake that is covered in chocolate. And in the directions it states that the bottom is not frosted. So total surface area will not include the bottom. So the first thing I'm going to do is find the surface area of the total cake, which is surface area equals pi r squared. Again, it's not 2 pi r because we're only including the top, plus 2 pi r h. That's your lateral surface area. So here's your top, and here is the rest represented right there. And now I'm just going to substitute everything in. So this is equal to my radius squared, which is 4. So this is 4 squared pi plus 2 times pi times the radius times the height, and the height is 4 inches because at this moment we're talking about the total surface area here. Again, continue to simplify, leaving in terms of pi because it is a lot simpler. So my total surface area is 48 pi inches squared. This is the total, which means this is also the whole when we're talking about our percent proportion. So now I'm going to work on my lateral surface, which we already talked about is this part of your equation, 2 pi RH. So this is 2 times pi times my radius. And now my height, I'm only talking about the chocolate part. So my height is now only 2 inches. And if I simplify that, I get 16 pi inches squared. So this is the chocolate that we're talking about, and this is our part. So now I can set up my percent proportion, and I'm going to leave the pi symbol off because they would just cancel out anyways. So I have part over whole is equal to percent over 100, and then we just cross multiply to solve, and your percent is equal to 33.33%. Asks you to round to the nearest tenth, so we're going to leave it just like that. So 33.33% of your cake is chocolate frosting. Yum. All right, now I'm going to work out question number 20, which is just like our gas tank question that we worked out earlier this week. Here it is right here. So it says 40% of your gas tank is already filled, which means we have 60% available, right? So we have 60% left, and we're trying to figure out how many gallons will fit in that 60%. And 1 gallon is equal to 231 cubic inches, because now we're dealing with volume, the inside of our tank. The first thing you need to recognize is that this is in inches and these are in feet, so I'm going to convert these dimensions into inches as well. So I know that 1.5 feet is the same as 18 inches. And 2.75 feet is the same as 33 inches. All I have to do is multiply those both by 12. Alrighty. The first thing I'm going to do is find the total volume. And I know that this is a prism, so my formula for volume is equal to base area times height. So that is, the base area is 33 times 18, 33 times 18 times the height, which is 7. So the total volume is 4,158 inches cubed. This is the total volume of our gas tank. Now earlier we talked about it being 40% full, which means we have 60% available. So what I'm going to do is find the amount available. So what I want to do is I'm going to find 60% of the total tank, 4,158, and I get 2,494.8 inches cubed. So what this is what I have, this is the available space. So I have the available space in cubic inches, but gas is measured in gallons. So what I'm going to do now is set up a proportion to find out the gallons. And I know that my words first would be gallons over inches. And I know that 1 gallon is equal to 231 cubic inches. So how many gallons is 2,494.8 cubic inches, and we know how to solve proportions. You cross multiply, so 231 times x, this way and that way, and when you solve it, you get x is equal to 10.8. So we have 10.8 gallons that will fit in our gas tank. Hope that helps.